Luke Rittenhouse, number 51, nose tackle. Hi, I'm Luke Rittenhouse. I play offensive, defensive, O-line, or line. But my fun fact is that I actually used to be the smaller twin.
Luke, what does it mean to you to be an Avon Eagle?
It's been a lot. I've been a part of this program since I was in 3rd grade, so it's basically been my whole life, growing up with these guys out here in the locker room. It just means everything to me, kind of, in a way that's not too serious.
Go back to day one when you first joined the program till today. What has everything you've experienced taught you and you've learned from?
Actually learn hard work and dedication and being able to wake up and put my mind to something. Because I feel like without this, I wouldn't be able to do what I can do now, just mentally and being focused like that. It brought focus into my life like I wouldn't be able to have if I didn't join football.
One thing else, when I think about you, a word that comes to mind is adversity.
Yeah.
You've learned how to deal with that, haven't you?
Yeah, plenty.
What has that been like, the road that you've gone through with the injuries and everything?
It's been tough. It's been pretty tough. Big mental game. Some days it was hard last year to come in with a smile on my face and in the morning to come and lift. But as I kept going and I kept coming back, it got easier. And I realized that kind of halfway through, and I just realized it's going to be fine. I'm going to get through this. And just went on.
What is it about this program that separates it from other teams in the state?
The time, the dedication, like waking up early in the summer. That's something that a lot of people don't do. A lot of people don't even think about. But we're up at like 6 in the morning. I would go in, I would lift, I would sprint with everyone, and we'd be up there. We'd have try to have energy, and then it's like I go to work later that day, and people are like, "Oh, when did you wake up?" I'm like, "Oh, I had football at 6," and they're like, "I just woke up 30 minutes ago." So I think just the time and the work that we put in the off season, especially, just really sets us apart from everyone else.
What's it like on a Friday night when you put on that uniform and you come out of this locker room and you go through the tunnel into that atmosphere?
It's different. It's different than anything I can say that I've done ever, because I was a kid in these stands watching these seniors play football, not even thinking that that's going to be me one day. And I'm walking out of this locker room. We're playing a top 5 program here, and it's like both stands are full, student section's full, and I'm on the field. And then I can just imagine myself as a kid up in the stands. It's so cool.
How much of a rush is that when you're on the sideline?
It's crazy. It's so crazy. The adrenaline, it's so high because there's nothing else that's like it. It's such a great feeling.
How different is it that you have a twin brother to experience this with, do you think?
Oh, I think it's different. Just in every aspect of life, having a twin it's different from basically everything. But we've done this the same day. We started the same day. We're going to finish the same day. And having someone that I can be so close with to help me get through this has helped me a lot.
Do you think that's even more of an advantage for you to help you through the tough times?
Yeah, for sure. Because it's someone that, like, he would get me beyond any of my friends just because he's with me all the time and he lives with me. So, like, he knows the stuff that I do at home that maybe I don't tell everyone else just because it's like I don't see the need to. But he would get that, and, someone that just understands you deeply helps a lot.
Is it true that, like, you guys share pain?
Sometimes. Like, when he got injured, I don't know. I felt. Because it was the same shoulder, so I felt pretty deeply in the heart.
So you guys are pretty tight. Are you best friends?
I would say that.
So how cool is that? Forget all the injuries and everything. Just
Yeah.
You guys have had a chance to experience this since you're 3rd graders.
I know. It's been awesome. And then going out in the Brown Stadium, and we both played together, that was so cool. We were both on that field, and when we got a picture with our aunt after the game, that's just when it hit me. Like, we just played a varsity football game together. Like, that was a dream since I was a freshman. Being able to finally do that with him meant a lot. So much.
You guys have some lofty goals.
Yeah.
2 of them already been met. Beating
Yeah.
Lake, winning conference. Now winning state's the last one. How realistic is that?
I mean, I think it's realistic because I believe in everyone here. I believe in my brothers. I believe in the coaches. I believe in the process that we've put ourselves through for 4 years. You know, it's not just a year-by-year process. It's a process since 8th grade. I believe in that. I believe in everything here.
You got some pretty talented teammates on both sides of the ball. You ever sit back sometimes on the sideline and just watch as a fan in awe?
When you're not injured, it's kind of hard to watch just from the sideline because you're always, by the tablet watching film with the coaches. But even then, sometimes I'll look at like Jeremiah on film during the game, and it's just like he's different, and that's just someone that comes to mind because he plays the same position as me. But it's like he's elevated beyond me in this game.
I seem to recall a Dirty Dozen where you went one-on-one with them. What was that like?
It was so tough just because that was my first Dirty Dozen back after I went on vacation. So I had that was the first day. So from leg day, I already had squatter's bite. I was already super tired and my legs were sore, and it's just like Rick Vick, who used to go against him the week before, he's like, "Come here." I'm like, "Oh my god!" But just because I know he's strong, and I don't know, it was tough. It was real tough.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
What would it be like if you won the last game you see here?
A different kind of joy, because I've seen last year, I was real tight with those guys, those seniors last year, and it hurt me a lot to have the game end like that, and just to see how everyone reacted when it was over, and it was over for them, and it felt like at that moment it felt like it was over for me too, just because I was so tight with them. But if we can continue on and have our legacy as a senior class to be the first state champions, that would mean so much, because we would write our names in the history books forever, being the first to have a ring on our finger as an Avon Eagle.
Luke Rittenhouse is a guy who was playing nose guard for us early in the year, getting valuable, meaningful reps at that position, worked his butt off to get into that role, and then had some injuries and setbacks that has prevented him from playing as much as he'd like. But him and his brother, Owen, are great kids. Their family's done a great job of raising those two boys. They're respectful, they're hardworking, they're accountable, they're really good teammates. Luke Rittenhouse is a guy who I hope can have a great, successful end to his season because he's talented enough to help us in our quest to win a state championship, and we need him on the field to do that. But in the meantime, as he goes through struggles, you can really tell a kid's true character, and he's a high-character young man.
He enjoys lifting. I've been his lifting partner since freshman year when he first started early bird lifting. The guy, I've seen him just lift like crazy, and he gets on me sometimes if I'm like, a little tired or whatever, and he gets on me like, "Hey, let's go." I'm like, "So let's start going." And he's definitely a guy that works. He works extremely hard. Sometimes you don't really see it, but he does work extremely hard. And he's been out for the past 2-3 years. A lot of people forget how good Luke Rittenhouse was. I'm very, very excited for him that he's back. He's healthy. Hopefully he can stay healthy because that guy's a bowler.
Rit is just, he's dealt with so much throughout his high school football career, so many injuries, but he's been able to persevere, and he's just made great strides. And it's really kind of inspiring to watch him go out and start nose for us after a broken leg, broken thumb his freshman year. He tore his labrum, so it's just been crazy to see his progression even through all those injuries.
The Rittenhouses, the twins, I've been playing football with those two for forever, since 3rd grade. They're one of the original tackle footballers with me. Honestly, both of them, like Owen, no matter how small he is now, he used to be an O-lineman, but me and Luke and him, I've known him since preschool. We've been friends for a very long time.
Did you ever have a problem telling them apart?
No, I always knew. Luke's always been a little bigger, but I definitely knew both of them.
What's it like having a twin brother, especially on the team?
Yeah, it's different, Sometimes he'll forget something and he'll call me and try to get me to pick it up, but I'm already in the car. I'm already gone. And he's like, and he blames it on me, and I'm like, "Oh well, dude, come get out of here! Like, you forgot it. Come on." But it's fun because we get to joke around and whatnot, but also we get to help each other in the way of learning the game, playing two different sides of the ball, and playing two different positions. It's really helpful because I now know what defensive line does. I would never have known that if I didn't have a twin brother that plays defensive line.
Are you guys best friends?
Yeah, I'd say so. Luke is obviously very special to me because he's my brother, and he's gone through a ton of adversity. He's been out for 2 years with torn labrum and he broke his femur or fractured his femur, and so he hasn't played in 2 full years. He hasn't faltered, man. It's been amazing to see because, I mean, if I was in that position out for 2 years, it would have been really hard for me. But he has shown so much adversity and so much grit to fight through it, and bounce back into his senior season, and I think he's doing great.
It's hard to see, one of your best friends get injured, and especially his junior year when he tore his labrum. He was out for the entire season, and it's just, but for him to get that injury junior year, I personally saw him battle with that, and he's clawed his way back, fought his way back through physical therapy and everything, and now he is senior year. I mean, he's still battling with some things, but to see him being a starter on the D-line, it's just awesome. Seeing him make plays, he's really a role player on this team. It's super cool to see, and I'm proud of him and Owen just for all the leaps and strides that they've made.
In Hollywood, if they made a movie about Luke Rittenhouse, who would star as Luke?
I'm gonna go with a funny one. I'm gonna say Danny DeVito.
Oh, there's a good one.
Yeah.
Are we talking like Sunny in Philly? It's Always Sunny in Philly, Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, little short Italian guy, little kind of built the same way. I feel like he's got some comedy to him. I mean, it's Danny DeVito.
That's a good one. I like
Yeah.
that. If you were a pizza, what toppings would be on you that best describe you?
Meat lovers. Just straight to it. It's meat lovers.
Quick and simple. I
Yeah.
like that. If you're a superhero, who would you be?
Who's the rock guy from the Fantastic Four? Like the one that has all the rocks on it?
Thing?
Yeah, the Thing.
Why is that?
That'd be the Thing. Just because he's like a big old dude, He's just like he's a brute forcer,
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Recently, the Powerball jackpot was at $1 billion. If you had that winning ticket, what would you do with it?
I'd give some love to the whole family, Like my family, my cousins, stuff like that. But more importantly, I'd try and save it to where I can have generational wealth.
Would you?
And I'd buy some cool stuff, like a nice car and a big house and something like that.
Okay, that's what
I
I'm saying.
definitely would probably still go to college just because I want to have that experience and because I got friends already in college and I'm trying to go experience some fun stuff with them. So
Wanna
I still
travel
go
the
to
world,
college.
shopping spree, anything? What?
I would definitely go to some foreign countries, but I don't know about traveling the world. Some places are pretty dangerous,
Would you buy your brother anything?
If he asks for it.
Like what?
Whatever he asks for. I got $1 billion, you know what I'm saying?
Good enough. In 5 to 10 years, what do you want people to remember Luke Rittenhouse for?
Just being a nice guy. Like someone, I don't know, I have memories of seniors from when I was a freshman just coming up and talking to me. And it made me feel good as a freshman, So I wanted to be that senior when I got to this time now. So I've tried to connect with everyone. I just wanted everyone to think that I was a nice guy. Bro, that's like an 80-pound difference, bro.
About 8 inches too.
I know.
Well, you should have the lower center of gravity though.
Grab my neck.